Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wildlife is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about the carbon cycle. Carbon is one of the most important chemical elements with the atomic number 6, and the mass of carbon is reported as an atomic mass unit of 12.011. It forms more compounds than any other element and forms the basis to all plant and animal life. Carbon is the fourth most abundant element in the universe by mass and the second most abundant element in the human body. Carbon compounds make up 18% of all the matter in living things. Carbon also provides most of the energy used by humans to survive. Scientists use symbols to understand what the chemical elements. The symbol for carbon is C. The two main forms of pure carbon in nature are the minerals diamond and graphite. Certain other metals, including coal and charcoal, are very rich in carbon. They are formed when carbon compounds break down or decompose. When plants and animals die, their remains slowly decompose. Eventually, they become buried under layers of soil. Over millions of years, as the layers of soil grow deeper and heavier, they press down on the remains. This makes the remains hard and compact. Because the Earth is a closed system, the amount of carbon on the planet never changes. Carbon is also found in many compounds, including carbon dioxide, in the Earth's atmosphere and dissolved in the oceans and other major bodies of water. Hydrocarbons that form many fuels, such as coal, natural gas, and petroleum also contain carbon. Carbon can be stored in a variety of reservoirs, including plants and animals, oceans, and in the atmosphere, where carbon is stored in the form of gases such as carbon dioxide. The movement of carbon from reservoir to reservoir is known as the carbon cycle. Nature is constantly taking carbon out of the atmosphere. These processes are sometimes called carbon sinks. Photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is used up by plants along with sunlight for the process of photosynthesis. This is the process which breaks down carbon dioxide into compounds that can be used as nutrition by the plants. In this process, plants release oxygen. Oceans and other huge water bodies which have cold water on their surface also absorb some carbon from the atmosphere. Weathering. There is another process that takes CO2 out of the air, is weathering by rain, which washes out carbon dioxide in the form of diluted carbonic acid. At the same time that some processes of nature are removing carbon from the air, other processes are adding more carbon to the air. These processes are called sources. Respiration, breathing. Every time you breathe, you turn oxygen into carbon dioxide. This is true for every animal on Earth. Decay. When plants and animals die, they decay. When this happens, the carbon in the body will either be released into the atmosphere or stored in ground as fossil fuels. Combustion, burning. When plants, trees, or fossil fuels are burned, carbon is released into the atmosphere. Ocean. When ocean water is warm near tropical regions, carbon is released into the atmosphere. Carbon is essential for life, and nature does a great job of balancing the carbon available through the carbon cycle, meaning that the amount of carbon naturally released from reservoirs is equal to the amount that is naturally absorbed by reservoirs. Carbon is needed in the atmosphere as well because it helps to keep the earth warm. Without it, we will all be freezing. Although nature does a great job in balancing carbon through the carbon cycle, when man gets involved, we can upset the balance. By burning fossil fuels like coal, gas, and oil, lots of carbon is released into the air. Also, cutting down trees for development reduces the amount of plants available to remove carbon from the air. The carbon cycle was discovered by Joseph Priestley in Antonin Lavoisier and popularized by Humphrey Davy. Thanks for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.
What did you learn today? Adventurous kids! Adventurous kids!
What was the most interesting fact? Adventurous kids. Adventurous kids. Adventurous